all, Marlon here, another session with amazing person in my Amazing Heart series. I wanted to introduce you to Sasha Fedorovsky. She's a mindset coach that helps people in stress management and a lot of cool things that people need help with. So, Sasha, hi, how are you?
Hi, Marlon. I'm good. How are you doing? Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sasha. So, yeah, I came across Sasha on LinkedIn, and I was watching a couple of her content videos and really resonated with what you were saying. I thought I would love to share that with the audience out here and, talk about what she does and how she helps people. So, first of all, Sasha, thanks again so much for being here. I just wanted to ask you to maybe give us a little bit of, what you've been doing, how you, started what you're doing, and a little bit of your story.
No worries. So I sort of fell into this. I've always been really interested in personal development, success, and just maximizing your abilities in life and having the best experience. My background is in marketing, business development, and television. And I was going on a path where I was producing a TV show. That was the dream that I thought I would have. And what was happening is everything was going, similar to the plan, the vision board, whatever else I was using at the time. But as time went on, I realized that the more my life looked like that I had all the ticks, the less happier I was becoming. And it felt like I was hitting my head on the wall. I just thought, what's next? Like, what is this all about?
Yeah.
And that took me on a journey. I lived overseas. And the funny thing was, I realized that even though I completely changed my life, I went to live overseas, my life, the bits of my life were all exactly the same relationships, the same feelings, the same issues, just replacing them with different people. And this led me on a personal journey. I'm a qualified yoga teacher, trainer.
I didn't know that.
Yes, so I teach yoga. I fully believe in it. Meditation, super important. And I've studied, pretty much anyone you can name, I've studied them. But I also coached with a man called William Whitecloud. He's the author of The Magician's Way. So he mentored me, and over the last few years, it's led me to make a lot of changes in my life, coach other people, so that it led me to move to Sydney because that was part of my vision.
Okay.
And yeah, I've just noticed these small techniques and tools that you can apply to your life is what actually changes everything. It's not the doing, it's not the I'm going to move the furniture around in the house and then the house is going to be different. It's understanding what's going on inside your mind, using that tool, and that's where things move from.
Okay, fantastic. So Sasha, I know you I think decided to change your career path and start helping people in releasing them from whatever you went through, and we all do that somewhat in one way or another. What was the main reason that you what did you have, like a click moment, like a aha moment that you do you want to maybe share a little bit of that?
I would love to say I had an aha moment, but it actually took a lot of years, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, I'm obviously not a master, but these small things that I have learned, tested, and tried in my life, they work. So the training that I've created is something so you don't have to go leave your house, your family, your job, go overseas, go study with gurus. I've just condensed a lot of the material to make it practical because obviously my background is in business, and the people that I deal with, I just don't think that they have the time, the energy or the luxury to do all these things. But I've condensed a lot of tools to make them practical and to get results quickly. And the reason I've done that is because I actually want to, I want to help people. I think giving people a lot of theories, and even, some of the scriptures, whether it's religion, whether it's yoga, or even a lot of personal development. It sounds good, it motivates you for the moment, but you just go back to the same patterns, and it feels the same. So, I've tried to combine the best of everything to get something that works, and that gets results.
Yeah, so I think I really love that, Sasha. I think definitely we are all busy doing our own thing, and a practical transformation is what exactly we need, because I think theory and learning just when you're in the classroom or in front of you, and if you can't apply that practically, then it's not really sustaining the value and the the development you're providing, and the candidates you're seeking. So I really love that. So with what you're doing right now, so you help, I think, people. Can you give us a little bit more on how that works, and do you do that in a classroom setting, or can you take us through a little bit of that? Maybe give us a example.
Yeah, no worries. So for a few years, I was doing one-to-one coaching. It was sometimes it was live, but now we use Zoom for everything. We do it online.
Yeah.
So I was doing a lot of one-to-one coaching. I've done workshops, but what I found was that going from your daily life and maybe 30, 40, 50 years of programming and conditioning of this is the way the world is, this is how things are, it's very hard to go straight to a lot of these lessons and teachings. It's like you've been eating McDonald's and KFC all your life, and suddenly someone puts you on a juice diet.
Yes.
You will feel sick. It's a detox, and it's quite a difficult process. And, not everyone is up for that. Not everyone has the courage. It takes a lot, and if you're fully invested in your busy life, the things that you're doing, you might unfortunately step back from that. So I've decided to create tools and techniques for anyone, for busy professionals, for business owners, for people who are starting to realize, okay, there's a little bit more to this. It's not, I'm going to put in more energy, more time, more effort and get this result. You'll notice you can't get that result in your relationships, in your family, in getting people to do what you want. That there is more to it than, the old school way of push harder, get more, force people, change people. So some of these tools, all of these tools are practical. They're all about self-awareness, understanding yourself, understanding the way that you see the world, understanding, what you create isn't by accident. We're basically a bunch of wires and programming. Our mind is, we're still using the reptilian brain, which is basically, the caveman brain. It's based on fight or flight. And that's the way we live in the world. It's designed for efficiency. When we're chased by a saber-toothed tiger, we didn't have time to think, okay, maybe the tiger has changed his ways. Maybe, this isn't the same tiger with the brown spots.
No time to evaluate that.
No. And our brain is still acting like that. It's a catalog for convenience.
Okay.
So anytime we see a person or a situation, we think back to our past reference, our past experience, and we act in the same way, and we create the same things. And there is so much about the mind, the body, that we are just not making decisions on. We're not acting on. And it's just a resource that I think it's time to learn. So everything that I teach is super practical. It's super understandable. And what I get people to do is to apply it for a week in their life and then build on the next thing and the next thing. So that's part of the toolkit. I also have something else. I teach people their superpower, which is intuition. Something that Albert Einstein was very big on. It's not a magical thing. It's not something reserved in the woo-woo land. Every successful business owner, executive, celebrity has at some point or at all points used and accessed their intuition. That's what's, given them the X factor. And I teach people how to access their gut instinct or intuition on tap to, give them that extra resource when making decisions.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. So, so we come back to that maybe before we finish on what you doing next and stuff, because you share a couple of things. So I want to ask you right now with, not dwelling on, negativity and, situation, but a lot of people are going through, I would say, a fair bit of stress, anxiety, and, I would say, feeling very depressed or low. So, can you maybe share a little bit of, your thinking around, how people can navigate that, and, what would your advice be to them?
Yeah, I've had a bit of a think about this. So I'll ask you a question, Marlon. Yes. If you squeeze an orange, what are you going to get from that orange?
Yeah, you're going to get some juice coming out of it, and, maybe some...
What kind of juice?
Orange juice.
And what if you squeeze a lemon? What are you going to get out of that?
Yeah, absolutely, lemon juice. Yeah.
So do you think if you squeeze a lemon hard enough that one day you might get orange juice?
No.
No, I don't think so either. And I think, anyone watching would agree. So what that, analogy is meant to say is that whatever is inside us, no matter how much we're squeezed, that's going to come out. So prior to this, people in their daily lives, we may have been squeezed a little bit, but not that much.
Yeah.
Now people are being squeezed. So the feelings that they're experiencing, even the situations that are happening to them, those situations were always happening. They were either dormant or at a very low level. Yeah. Now that we're faced with uncertainty, something that the human mind, the catalog mind, the reptilian brain can't deal with. So what's happening is the world is squeezing us a bit more, and it's just squeezing out what's inside. So we can't just look at the symptoms. This is happening. We need to change what's inside of us so that when we're squeezed, something else comes out. There's another outcome. Yeah. And that's what, mindset training is all about. That's what self-awareness is all about. So that the world can squeeze us because, it often does. And, it's an opportunity rather than the end of the world, basically.
Thank you very much. So I think that definitely has some real substance to think about. So if we, take maybe some advice directly to, people are getting squeezed right now really hard in, different areas. I would say, like, let's say if you have 3 key things that, even what you normally do right now, or what would they be that you give advice to the audience to keep their mindset, I would say clear, and, how you can help them even in very basic level, So what would be 3 things that you tell them?
The first thing would be just noticing. Give yourself, say, 5 minutes to an hour before you react to any situation, and allow yourself maybe a week to do that. So when something comes up, when you're feeling a certain way, when you want to scream at someone or complain, give yourself, a certain time, 5 minutes, an hour, depending on your temperaments.
Yeah.
And don't react, just notice. If you do this for even a week, you will have more insight in yourself and more self-awareness than the majority of the population, because the majority of the population is just constantly reacting to life.
Yes.
Right? If you take time just to be with it, that feeling will go away, or you might change your mind. So the first thing is just not to react, just notice and sit with it for at least a week. And the second thing is, funny enough, like there's this Chinese word, this word in Chinese, and it means crisis and it means opportunity at the same time. Okay. So that just may be coincidence that it's from China, but I think they have a good point.
Yeah.
Whenever you feel like you're in crisis, whenever you think something is going wrong, you'll notice a tendency to complain, to get upset. Just use your willpower to just see what the opportunity could be in this. Don't dwell in the, don't indulge too much in kind of the mental gossip of where, how bad this can go, what this could do. Just tell yourself one opportunity that could go from this. Well, what's one opportunity? Just tell yourself one opportunity. And the third thing is, you asked me something that I do, and something that I do is meditate every day. I think for a lot of people, meditation is still a little bit mystical and mysterious, but the main reason, especially sort of in the corporate world, in the business world, why a lot of people don't do it is because they don't get the instant gratification. They don't know what the return on investment in meditation is. When you sit down and sit in stillness, meditation, just first thing when you wake up, give yourself 10 minutes on a timer. Just sit in stillness without expectation. Don't expect an outcome, because that's what stops you from doing it. Just notice what's happening. And you'll find on the days that you don't meditate that those are the reactive days. Those are the days that things go wrong. So it's very different to the other things that we do. When we do it, we see a result. Meditation works in the opposite way, but it is your number one tool for, managing through any stressful situation. It's a tool for life.
Thank you so much. I really love that. So I think I'll just recap that to the audience. So I think the first thing is to take however long it takes to process what's going on. Put some space, time to think about things before you just consume it. Number two is obviously try and understand the opportunity, within, whatever's happening. So it's not always, I call it being resourceful instead of saying I don't have resources. So being resourceful versus lack of resources, So thinking differently to see how you can, take this. So for example, are you stuck at home or are you on a holiday at home? So
Exactly.
This is just the quick examples. So people go, I'm stuck at home. I'm like, this is a perfect opportunity to really enjoy your time and relax and spend some time with family. If you're permitted to go for a walk, go around the beach, wherever it's possible, get some sunlight and oxygen. Typically, you don't get that, and work out that into your routine. And number three is obviously reflecting and meditating, giving yourself space to think about your day or how you start, have a routine, you know what I mean? So that is fantastic. So Sasha, I just want to ask you, what's next for you? You talked about what you're doing in regards to the coaching with people and, how you've been helping. So can you share what is your next year looking like, for you?
Yeah, so it's quite an exciting year for me, or what I thought it would be, because I'm releasing an online course. So it's putting together all the coaching I've done with people, all the things that I've learned in a very practical way that anyone can do in their own time, in the privacy of their home. And it's really transformational. I've had really good feedback about it already. Most of it you can do on your own. There are a few sessions with me as well. So yeah, I'm really excited to share that with people and, teach people things that just aren't available, not online, not in the media. You're very lucky if your parents taught you that or, when you went to school. But, I want to bring things to people that I found around the world. And I'm, I think this course is going to do that. So that's going to be available soon.
Okay.
I'm also working with people one-to-one. So if you do feel like this is a time where, you are ready for some transformation, you do see an opportunity, there are things that you've been wanting to work on and wanting to understand about yourself, I'm still taking one-to-one clients. And anyone who does see this video, if they feel called, do contact me on LinkedIn, and I'm happy for the next month to offer a 20-minute consultation, and that will give you a bit of insight about you as a leader, about things to work on, things to improve, and you'll get to you'll get a little bit of a sample of my methods. They're very unique. But yeah, I'd love to give that as a gift to your viewers or anyone who's interested.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's fantastic, Sasha. So you said that you're on LinkedIn. You want to give a bit of more detail on how they can? Is there any other methods they can get in touch with your email address or your website, etc.? So
I think the very easiest way is to do it through LinkedIn, just through a direct message, because they can see some of my content there.
Yeah.
The course will be launching soon, and that will be available through LinkedIn. If you send me a message there, it's just the most direct, easiest way to just get in touch and just say hello. And even if they have any questions about what they're going through, mindset, I'm happy to chat.
Fantastic. So what I'll do is we'll put that your profile link also in the comments. I mean, obviously we'll tag that your name so that you'll be available on there anyway. So thank you so much for sharing all that, and the real benefit out of this is to get your help to work through. And I would say that anyone who's feeling even the slightest amount of down or feeling blue, you definitely need to talk to someone. So please do not go through it by yourself. Reach out to Sasha, or if you feel like you need to go talk to a professional, like a medical professional, please do so. I'll try and put all the information on those things too. So I think thank you so much. And it's been fantastic, having a chat to you and really understanding what you do and your thoughts. So good luck with everything in the course. And until I talk to you next time.
Thanks a lot, Marlon. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.